Liverpool why busy pa. Na mami chenyama ekoso ewo Liverpool and the links to Chelsea and other clubs. Kenechere mami Ali Barat na ye monkomo ken. Ali Barat eye agent edima Hugo Eketeke. They were rich news mami Ali. Ali and I agents edima Nicholas Jackson on a facilitating move to Chelsea. Ali Barat Patrick Chenier on a dead television. So join ya young monkomo yipa. This man. Wait and not stepping into London and Ama transfers na yes sir. Ali Barat nini. On a sheni koso. On a share Hugo Eketeke so. On no di Dean Howson Elma Madrid. Into that on we Dean Howson on veiling. Wow we shape you know. Can't to be yourself for nini di amamia. Ali Barat was there. Maybe I told you television also. Ali and an itimu kwabu on also edging the far end. Now, the entire Ali eba town and near Master Sane say, Ken, Liverpool 4% forward. The main targets are Alexander Isak. But it is quite obvious to say June and the Newcastle for spelling out to all clubs to say, we are not going to sell him. But Liverpool 4%, and that is quite obvious. But Liverpool 4% diplomatic. It's Liverpool were waiting. Almost Kenya by this time no de bedi beko and now some compare any inquiry bia. But now you want a Newcastle for the 80 million euros say or pay Hugo Eketeke. Now Liverpool first target Alexander Isak, second target Hugo Eketeke. It's what it means necessary Newcastle for Hugo Eketeke. Nasa Alexander Isak, Newcastle for Antoine, Liverpool lose to first target, will lose to second target. But when you do what I say, it is how you Liverpool paying you need to act smart. Either you go in for your first target or you go in for the second. But you lose to me and the Asambaba. But what let me say now. Hugo Eketeke Newcastle the bid call Frankfurt for say 80 million euros is so. And pay Newcastle for delegation a call Frankfurt. On by some finalize deal no and we ya. Omo fa Hugo Eketeke diaba. Newcastle say boy no onye Alexander Isak replacement but I think it is a lie. Omo fa no the number. Iti say Newcastle for one we yes negotiation. I was say Liverpool for so smart. Asked for Alexander Isak, they no munya clarification. Kono mu coin, no one koya bid. They just went to inquire. Say, of course, we want him. Then echo, we just saying. Liverpool for catch up, say, or we bet make sure what they paid for Flowing Vitin, they are willing to pay more. Must say 120 million pounds cash. Say Liverpool for say. You're willing to pay 120 million pounds. And I'm catching Newcastle for no. But Newcastle for no, they are very attentive on the Hugo Eketeke deal. It is a say, Ali Barat, no, I try, I get it deal down for Hugo Eketeke to Newcastle. Remember what I say? Let's say, so Hugo Eketeke Newcastle. I was telling Liverpool for go all out because we're losing second target to Newcastle. I was so all out to Alexander Isak. And when I say what drew was here.
Eketeke 80 million.
80 million euros. Frankfurt so onje.
Also onje 80 million.
Share. Transfer market.
But Newcastle market be no more because 55 million for Elanga. Only 80 call.
Eketeke.
Not just say Isak, Liverpool for less than 120 million.
On bet more than 120 million. And then I tell you, for on G. She said Newcastle for they are willing to pay. Newcastle say Liverpool for Nadama a way in your mamma denk a cradiamo when say. And Richie and I'm catch a Fali Ramadani on a manager Darwin Union say. On the Napoli for no casa here because Napoli for Sika no day but no money. Napoli for the 50 million euros plus 5 million euros. And they buy the Liverpool for say. On when you're 60 plus add-ons. Manchester Napoli for a year Udini striker no. Luca Lorenzo.
Yeah, Luca.
They just say Oko na Napoli for Sanso and baby wa Darwin Union Saka. Because the idea was that we will sell Darwin Nunez. Then the Caribbean can walk out of Alexander Isak.
There's Antonio Conte and say, look at me.
And say that is where the problem is. It is a Darwin Nunez and Napolia. Say Wabeka almost they need to find a way to sell him. And say no musical chess ne cause and no and Ali Barat no suggest Nicholas Jackson they ma Liverpool and no pass out his story now. South Nicholas Jackson to Liverpool. Treansfer no cre Nico to Liverpool no. Of course, I suggestion since they say we hear striker. Liverpool for Omar and about Samuel Morodion and now they come at a deal. But these are not priority signings for Liverpool. Liverpool main priorities na me bomb within the chila no. Yan to us way. Luis Diaz at the end of the Ken. Last month, Liverpool had to send emails to two teams. Bayern Munich and Barcelona say, "Omon ton Luis Diaz." But you see, some of these things, you know, a way to guard, a artificial way, what they guard the clubs say, "Member, now dia pay what I want." Anyway, you and bid Abba for Luis Diaz Ebaya, 67.5 million euros. Ken, 67 Liverpool for so omunje. So we betonwa 100 million euros now. And then Liverpool quote 100 million euros for a 28-year player. Liverpool for say the tone for the transfer market has been set by Newcastle. Anthony Elanga, Kudus, winning a 55 million pounds. Nasa Matis Cunha a 62.5 million pounds. Now Brian Mbuemo be call for over 65 million pounds. Say markets no, ya set targets no.
So why is so much disrespect? Two players almost started with
Elanga
and Mohamed
Kudus.
Enti Kudus and Elanga. Couldn't across 60 million no money can come on.
Elanga Kudus.
Elanga and Kudus. Clubs no one say teams now overpay.
Exactly.
Kudus not only deserve 50 million.
Boy, no. Last season almost one deserve
exactly. And Elanga soon deserve 55. And just say clubs and the say Obi across and Kudus promote.
Exactly. Say that is the standard. The standard has been set.
Kudus and Elanga.
Because Liverpool for say now Utuya 67.5 million euros, which a couple pounds man, that's like 58 million pounds. Now Elanga is 55. Now the tall Luis Diaz 58. Say does it make sense? In Tonton.
Until Kudus 55. Now what the 58 about for Luis Diaz.
David say disrespectful. Where did you want them? It's almost 100 million euros, which is about 84 million pounds. You say that is the stealing. Well, Liverpool for no more years and they will go to Madrid because Luis Diaz will say 100. Oko Rodrigo Goes to Madrid. What saying? Ken, Real Madrid. First of all, Alvaro Fernandez ne unveiling no make can't about but the main issue. Ken Menyanka Wanjina ma 18 years, you know.
Jesus Valero.
And ye Jesus Valero. And ye just way na Jonathan Woodgate na Oshe. And ye just way and na Saviola na Oshe. And ye just way and na Casano na Oshe. And ye just way and na Fubet, West Ham United, boy in the Bayern. And na Oshe. And ye just way and na Marcos Llorente na Oshe. A way and a Luka Jovic and so na Oshe. Mariano Diaz a way Gareth Bale Benjamin man or Real Madrid. Nay 18 jerseys. Chouameni be say 18 H Johnny call 14. And omode ma Jesus Valero. 18 jerseys no bibish miss on say jerseys bi ho a. Te said ye wa betam Chelsea jersey number 9 ashe. 18 jerseys of Real Madrid are dangerous. I just wish him all the best. Main issue Ken Vinicius Junior contract extension some no the latest one you can. Say Vini among for adwen maha. Saudi Arabia deal na at the table no so. Na premiership on come no I say Vinicius Junior. Ken dey tell say Vini say the contract na or better or signing no. The last time I was signing contracts no na 2022. And our contract sum was 75 million euros. 75 million euros. No, not just a fibia almost spread the man obenya 15 million euros. No problem. Wajibi be all born no contracts no. And not say Madrid akofa Kylian Mbappe diaba. What Madrid will say player be or baby a 50-50 image rights. Kylian Mbappe buy woman 80% why di wankasa. Kylian Mbappe Erbano, one man is signing on fee 150 million euros. And I was spread a good salary since he okay Kylian Mbappe wages are over 30 million euros. On the Vini 15. Just almost half. And more than half of what Vinny takes. Vinny, he's been very quiet because I didn't have. Because in terms of wages, David Alaba mpoje China. But Alaba the I understand that bonus over free. And also signing on fee almost spread because in Europe most of the signing on fees almost spread good wages no so. Inti Vinny himself or by extending the contract say be honest so benye sika ni bi. Me ba cho what you make say. Now, and the matter they say and your right to be to your signing on fee at the Ama Vinicius Junior. But what did they because Madrid they say, or contracting you are not free agent. Already the contract is running. And the person you extended at the mouth. Instead of giving you signing on fee. And the Venus also said that because you are extended because the contract has been basically your funds virtually it's been terminated. That also higher restarts. Madrid force Amphibia or move in 15 million euros and now 20 million euros. Still, which is short of what Kylian Mbappe is taking. Kylian, age 30 over 30. No matter we in the 15 co 20. Sebi, watch. But you say?
So buy or big money
buy.
So far, Jesus, you know, one or two.
Oh,
Enko. You sign home, Mbappe sign home. What you say? Enti ono ankasa football no hwe. Say football no me ne yake. Ball na wo boni di. Me ne yake. But once Madrid will go beyond football.
I understand you.
Enti enema na wo outside, you know. Simple info no say we say the image no. Enko sa. Nti ni justice ne san.
Enko ene de mum de enko.
Ama de ne kana yedi.
But
nobody we deserve says kana.
Nobody come on.
But before the nema bebre ne kan omo nema.
No, but see, okay, so I understand. So the conversation is about signing on fee.
She says signing on.
She says signing on o deserve one na.
O signing on fee.
Mbappe mo abaji bi. Janano Jude Bellingham abaji ne de. Into ono so requested for ne the Madrid say the contract in win ti anfa ma.
Na o pesca dia onko Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia bid ne da wo. Afibia 200 million euros.
So ko je.
They be Saudi says he say uswa. And the Madrid so she say on say nkeye enkania.
You are fighting for racism.
Oh, they say you so. Oh, Ken. On say they you.
We are racism charge here.
Oni dey say sanem. On say I ni image there was say no be 2 years no nkasa was say the brand no cry. I understand but my point ne say won say no negotiations tan kaye and na Vinicius Junior ogina na naso to say there 2 years ago ogina na naso a in Madrid fans no will force Madrid to extend his contract. Yeah, but now it looks like everyone is quiet. As will be in any diamano. In some negotiations now, and I am done.
But there's a minimum say Fiorentino press do some stage we now one in the Kabako even Cristiano Ronaldo Kojai.
So,
woman do some stage now. So, Otim will be the Ronaldo Koya, which
I mean, we are doing, but Ken, the Aquano or Axephone, a genuine na.
What am 22?
Okay. On for no 30 nibi, or so per so 30 nibi. Now, who didn't 15? Was he go 20 or so per 30? Take him there. Can't get to me, Konati. And a Real Madrid deal, you know. The Tiana say, boy, no agency. Madrid no Makasa. Boy, no under CAA Stella. Stella for no omne manager Kamavinga, omne Madrid for good relationship. Konati, Epe Dream Club Abo, which is Real Madrid. Now, that's where the problem is. Boy, energy £70,000 a week. Or only Luis Diaz. Hey, 2 players are there. In fact, wages are Liverpool. The mom, no feel say Liverpool are extremely being disrespectful to them. He wants to extend his contract if Liverpool will give him what he wants. And the Liverpool I relax it and follow and when you win it. And the Madrid tap it in. Now, this is where the situation is. Madrid were 5 centre backs this year. Antonio Rudiger, Raul Asensio, Militao, Alaba, Dean Howson. 5 defenders. Oh, yeah, defenders this year. Senior plans for Konate year. Next year, Alaba beko na Konate ababishim. Deal done. Now, this is where the problem is. See here. Liverpool for a pushy boy and say, Master, so beko free the beton. Yempere ma ungo free. They said the Trent the no. Say beton the listen kwa. Kwa catch a boy in the agency say, and unko buy am from because say beko free the and possible. And almost so inquire from Real Madrid say, go for no on person come to see how Madrid say, and yeah, beton the yenya ya say beton defenders is here. But impose say be consider a 20 million euros. And he bet you. Liverpool for some pay 50 million euros. Madrid say 20. 20. Oh, that's that kind of 1 year.
Na Konate can 1 year 20 million.
Nikin oh, I
said na Enka Hazard 1 year 100.
Oh, and they say to us oh 20. So cast up a centre back this year. The plans what to next year now a centre back Konate the number. Into say Liverpool for penny say oh yes the case CA send your buyer boy no enco free dear. Then what we are willing to pay 20. If you do remember Lenny Euro deal in the say and kobai. Lele former pressure ma Madrid say unquote figure. And yes I beton.
Say tap him run and I see you ma we.
Case ane money there.
Because that happens because as you go ne
Jose
Arsenal Jose. At that time now, some years ago, about 20 years ago. Not a year to my papa. But say, I will be a happy with you.
I was say the omo ye. As a class offer to say.
What you have gifts. What you have gifts. Konate, Madrid for the chassis, and she said it. And of late, Madrid for years and
it's
really an kind of 1 year. Or more better
Saliba the say my projection they are toward their man
for Saliba.
It's you know it is what it is. Say Madrid that is the style. Oba, who say the ma clubs place ne per Madrid free they say Oba signing on for you. It is coming in our call to say David Alaba no about ya why 50 million euros at the amount. Remember Antonio Rudiger na why sika kese at the amount. Into Oba Madrid free no. Obe just signing on fees. He can't move to my place. No, into one Obe Nyesika. Obe Sanso about the Dream Club. Test again. Yeah, Jenny JC. Na Roger Session interview ba Kubia. Or can you say? And now no, omu trainee. Na omu ball long balls are test again. In the long balls about house. Omu se goalkeeper nim long balls about pa. Na mom Barcelona no yemfa long balls na ebo. Nkwada no ni ball nebo.
Wow, we chichi ball.
I say Testegen in long balls bopa he agrees. Name him at Barcelona. Bono, nkwada no pese o de ball ne ma ombo nti long balls nfa so bi ani so. Who goalkeeper now no ye foul by o just session. As some catches Testegen. Right from that interview and as say who say Testegen ne 9 CE. Captain Yankasa Sanchez no.
Well it was so training. At Barcelona Australia. Now, Biggie, what is the for Chelsea?
Sir, Chelsea are there.
Donald Trump interview no boy and say original cup and Kasa.
Oh,
na replica no. And
what Chelsea
over office. Being one and the key the man na ya yipa no maka so be jama. No me kwa fufu.
I didn't think of what Chelsea.
And go for say na enti papa no go over office on pie.
Ken I don't think of what Chelsea.
And no mo Chelsea say enti trophy no mo ko je na papa na mo. But say e ya no ko nipa no ye no ma na ye.
Yaw obi o Chelsea bi yaw.
This is United for say mo nyina mo ye yaw.
Oh yaw. Say baby a Chelsea gina no e obi a wish say onya ya na nka ye ono a. E ni team e na nka aje. It is everybody's wish for the next 4 years. E betimi about season na ye be rem Chelsea more than mo nko nkan kra. Obesa pa but Chelsea betimi abi na no aka Chelsea wi ase nyiro ni bo chen obi.
E no kwa go be bo no ba na tag ni nti ono bo a.
Wa kra obehu
say world champion.
E send the team ne koyi o. Say anko yi o. Obeka Chelsea ni bo chen obi a wi ase. E de na obeye de afa ho. Ti baby a Chelsea gina na de wo twetwe Chelsea sisi a eye yaw e na ode yes a nya wakomam. Unya ya na nka wo ye Chelsea. No kra ba akopɛ. Ken Liverpool and Luis Diaz and Sensem. There's been a bid officially from Bayern Munich. How am I ready? So much 67.5 million. And the Baba Befa player friend is Luis Diaz. And then I call. Liverpool si scanisha on Giscano. Beginning now Liverpool si on ready so beton because so build the team. You have to keep the core of your players. Who keep the core of the players and the quality ones in area. Now what signs why your quality addition? And the Ababa be real team anymore. Not team now is strong. Now what team they are competing from all fronts. Bayern buy no. In Koma I have to watch and say Liverpool for na say. Bayern offer no money offer Florian Wirtz and the free by Liverpool and san no Liverpool le kwa akoto. It was around 100 million. It is 100 million nibi. And as some beton player, I friend say Luis Diaz and poor on beton. Back in, this is the time as a Liverpool person your business. I also open up no business. One Luis Diaz age I was sure. It is a whole tone player now. In fact, so ne than so in 2 years time because 2 years time no now Brandt here the contract he has 2 years contract as we speak. I will Liverpool bobo 2 years time no now or come 30 years. At that time, the resale value be from it is a will be ya. And then it's just how yes already. Liverpool should pick some sort of experience from a year Trent Alexander-Arnold move to Real Madrid nim. Liverpool shall see so near Quadani the contract home commerce na Quadani ntiase. No we say no Real Madrid didn't come. Say see aye ka say Kunate dey also down on board. And also the same Real Madrid. And this out na se manisi baako. Esimienu, esimiensa. People are going to question your management skills. Liverpool supporters are not happy. Because if you are saying you can't keep an unhappy wife. Obana your door saying campo and a campus also no beam. It's Luis Diaz ball our body ama Liverpool. Se chinchina can Liverpool Abrante na decide so bekwa. They have to let him go. The entire make sano. A chassis from Barcelona. And then no more. And other clubs who say kwine da home. And a Bayern Munich buy. Now saying it is only Bayern Munich akwa ko dim komo. Verbally wa agree so I ready to join the Bayern Munich bobo ko no. Until this is the timer. Ubetimi aton akwada no. No anya mfaso so dey free so. Because I will chairman the contract in a war 2 years time no or extend them hour fine. What is the probability to be the best of football from a player? I finish Luis Diaz biom. Oh yeah, no to free one market. The resale value by 2 years time now conform. It's Liverpool business over here. Onion and net. This is the time. Ken, there are reports say João Felix, Benfica sign approach Chelsea. So mu here akwadano. Na Chelsea nkomo a odi ni so no do person oton akwadano. Benfica so nkomo person omo ji akwadano loan. Nti nkomo ji loan na omo di kan ba loan. E ma Chelsea reject e. E no ma sign so ababiem. Na just clearly omo here akwadano. Akwadano obi bi obeye. No only Benfica company for Bekasa. No mo be fana. He has to do that. Said you be make it that move. Ma ne money three nyane de. Say he has an agent. He say Oye Mendes. Or you big. So if I no afraid him be asking me player. A player by João Felix. It was very bright. From Benfica, Atletico Madrid, Barcelona. Almost every team you could be start near great. But I'm reckoning him not near take off from the mark. He's fortunate so agent Odin. Or agent Toya Big, one of the biggest agents in the world. It was far for no free team beyond Obeka send for Akolana bra. Na man opportunity. But baby Akolana Druno. It is not just about getting bigger clubs, but getting bigger playing opportunities. Ebia agent in ne. Obetimi asenya a club and standard to say Chelsea. The standard to say AC Milan. The standard to say Barcelona and Atletico Madrid na come. But who come one? The kind of performance I'll be dying, you know. Big club here, there is something we call pressure. Pressure now what big club mono. And my players, oh we a lot of mistakes. And to mean get back to the best of form. It will do our stage we are. You need a middle class team. Baby a pressure in you. And now say team what GDO. Benfica has that kind of confidence in the player. And all no chance if we it only be akwadani betimi aye. From there, Sika or the Breomo, any choir or two teams are bottom. They have that kind of respect for him. So I'll go back to Benfica ne. Now Kwenyaba. Now we'll see a kind of mistakes in Bampoa. They are still going to allow him play. That is the kind of club Akwadani here says, yeah. It's the Benfica move is going to be a very good one. For player friend said João Felix. Said the way you me getting back to the best of form. And my only way Mendes are joining your mo. Say, oh, stage no more one day. He is a big agent and so therefore wait when your team gets your money. If you should get him another club, And was akwada ne koye na instantly or hit the ground running. No kokoboma man near Master Sademano. And yes, sir. Obeko, but Obesa so abanechi because mistakes the chance yes eba. Big club bien one more bit me a trail because of the pressure. I be free supporters no the aba managers no. Ken Napoli. All my young say omni no lang. And so every our baba be join the team now. Luca Lorenzo and I'm quite so on so sober. And now there were reports. Say Napoli covered done in Doe. And the Sam Buka players me anyway. And so the Ababa be red team anymore. As our players me no name management they 71 million euros. Some of them go to our players me no name famra. To whom match is given, match is expected. Oh Antonio Conte. You see, you can food there from here, come for chacha. We are giving you everything you are going to need to succeed. It is in now, Baba Biguemno. There are other managers, almost about Italian Serie animal. But I feel say Antonio Conte, I would say to me, this to not defend it, Georgia. Can make away because for the past 10 years, a team's 4 pet and I Italian Serie A. Teams 4 no Italian Serie A a Juventus. What Marco 5. Inter Ajimienu, Napoli Ajimienu, and AC Milan Ajibako. Teams 4 no Scudetto for the past 10 years. No, so they are no car somewhere. That just clearly a bad decent team for Befinch Ababa Biram, no Ababa Bejibi. Now let's look at these 3. I can Napoli Homania 4. Juventus Bobo Kono. Season year Bowie, a Jumana I got to the year and clearly. One my young will say, oh, your coach, or bet me a fight it. Not the Juventus Bobo Kona qualify for the top 4 in the Champions League. Name so bet me a jet trophy. And after Scudetto Nankasa, and Yama Juventus Bobo Kone there, a very extremely difficult. And to me, Gideon Motoso. So Juventus team down say, and the season here, Baba Beremy, or Baba Bagis Scudetto, Debbie, I can't get that kind of trust. Nami Nyata bet and no, I would Juventus Bobo Kone so. Number 1. Number 2, let's look at the Inter Milan Bobo Kone. Who Inter Milan Bobo Kone, season here, the performance was superb. Even with the kind of coach Ano Mukita. And it's our consistency of playing body him and the technical team him no. I want to be and just could to no and free Napoli Bobo could in some. But the both season new year. Omu coach Simeone is that echo. And technically they don't have that kind of consistency. There is a new coach Christian Kivu and on to Ababefa Bobo Kono. I feel no Babe change style. The philosophy for the team to understand. Your ball club World Cup no be in Inter Milan. Man, you're convinced with the kind of performance that Inter Milan done. Aside, into Consuelo says playing body him, a divided house can never win battles. And to me, better on a Inter Milan. Say, Baba just could to read the free Napoli Bobo coding and then AC Milan. AC Milan also has a new coach, we a new project. And found AC Milan and preparing for better team in the bomb home then. Many sure saw my target. And they said, when we are now season we are, just could no, Debbie. Or players maybe that is very true. But there is a new manager for over your system. Our person team in the ball. He's now coming to integrate his system into the squad. Not players never fit the old ones and then the new ones. And so ever jelly and so what you the best of football at your frame. It's all these 3 teams are mabo mudin. Obia one a problem. But Napoli, I lucky say. Coach intact, Antonio Conte. Or that's who on the team not digits could intact and so on. And our science are the quality to team not digits could no. And when players no more they are not even looking at the Scudetto alone. Almost at moment Miyako performing very well and so Europe, which is in the Champions League. Because I have Kevin De Bruyne in the mouth. Since the year when the performance of Manchester City. Or bet me but still Manchester City Bobo Kono. But he just wants to leave because of you said the SS City we are here. It is to talk to our players with now. And the Babeka already existing quality now. Now that's so technically and sister hands as the head coach. And now feel now Babeka there for phobia. Philosophy now the ball last season no. And one hour to also with your key players and a chunk of the players are Antonio Conte excuse. And the Napoli Bobo Kono. Based on the consistency in the playing body, the consistency in the technical team, of which 3 teams only are competing for the past 10 years. Obi any I feel so to me just could no defend the Napoli Bobo Konekena.
Well, me just say I know a big remember the gym come on no be pray and so our hand there. You got to also a free ball.